Let's go through the list of top 10 most popular cities in the world. This is going to be a long video. You can skip through to the city that interests you the most. Without further ado, let's start. Coming in at number 10, Hong Kong. Hong Kong is one of the world's most densely populated cities. It's a bustling, soaring, diverse metropolis brimming with people, cuisine, events, and history. It's one of my all-time favorite cities. Hong Kong is made up of over 260 islands and is home to approximately 7 million people. It's a fast-paced city with world-class cuisine, a vibrant nightlife, busy night markets, and lots of places to rest when you need to. Whenever I travel to Asia, I make it a point to visit this beautiful city. While you're in Hong Kong, here are a couple of my recommendations. When I arrive in a new location, the first thing I do is go on a walking tour. They take me around the city, show me the major attractions. There are many firms that offer thorough free walking tours throughout Hong Kong. They have local guides who are both qualified and knowledgeable. Just remember to give your guide a tip at the end. For the best views of the city, particularly at night, visit Victoria Peak. With a height of 1,700 feet, it is the tallest peak on Hong Kong Island. You can either trek to the peak, which is difficult in the heat, or take a funicular to the top. A spectacular 180-degree panorama of the Hong Kong skyline awaits you. Hong Kong is a foodie metropolis, and with over 10,000 restaurants in this city. However, with so many alternatives, it's easy to become overwhelmed. That's why I recommend joining a food tour to help you acquire a sense of the local cuisine. You should surely spend some time in Mong Kok street markets. Mong Kok is a twisting region of tiny alleyways in Kowloon famed for its marketplaces. To get a true flavor of the city, spend some time here, soaking up the bustling atmosphere, seeing the sights, and basking in Hong Kong's ordered chaos. Check out the Ladies' Market, which sells a lot of cheap apparel, accessories, and souvenirs, and the Temple Street Night Market, which is more of a flea market if you're seeking for cheap souvenirs. Even if you have no intention of purchasing anything, you should go to some of the markets. You'll have a lot better understanding of the city. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite location in Hong Kong? Next up on our list is the capital city of Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. Tourism is a major priority in Kuala Lumpur, and as a result, tourists have a wide range of attractions, ranging from traditional to modern, depending on their preferences. Temples and mosques showcase the city's variety, as well as amazing futuristic architecture and skyscrapers, local markets and street cuisine, and almost everything else you can think of. One of the major attractions of this city is the Petronas Towers, often known as the Petronas Twin Towers, due to the fact that there are two of them, are the world's tallest twin towers. The towers feature a postmodern architecture and style, as well as Islamic decorations. Visitors come here to stroll across the sky bridge that connects the two buildings and to soak in the amazing views that stretch across Kuala Lumpur. Located at the foot of the Petronas Twin Towers, the KLCC Park is Kuala Lumpur's largest urban park. Man-made structures, such as statues and fountains, are combined with over 2,000 different species of palms and indigenous flora to create a park that blends in with its environment. The trees in this park were chosen using a complicated technique to guarantee that they attract both local and migratory birds, encourage biodiversity, and add a variety of beautiful colors and shapes to the park's design. Lake Symphony, a vast lake with a 43-meter bridge passing through it and a variety of fountains, including one that can spray water 180 meters into the sky and delivers light and music performances twice a day, is KLCC's major attraction. Petaling Street is a popular destination for street food. Hokkien mee, a Southeast Asian meal made composed of noodles, fried eggs, and a variety of meats, is one of the specialties of this street. Next up in our list is Seoul. We don't have to tell you that Korean pop culture is major news. South Korean culture has taken the globe by storm, whether it's Oscar-winning films on societal inequity, weirdly appealing pop music, or Netflix series that will make you question old-fashioned children's games. That is evident, but the finest things to do in Seoul go beyond the latest craze. Seoul is one of the world's most beautiful capital cities. This city is about as lovely as urban sprawl gets, with its iconic attractions, exhilarating clubs, inventive hotels, and unbeatable roster of wonderful restaurants providing traditional Korean cuisine and everything else. My list of prospective sites to visit grew more and longer while I was in Seoul. My original intention was to tour across South Korea, but I fell in love with Seoul and stayed for a week. I don't regret it because there are so many wonderful things to do there. On top of Namsan Mountain, the N Seoul Tower provides the best view of Seoul and the surrounding areas. You can climb Namsan Mountain or enjoy a pleasant cable car journey to the top of the mountain. From the top, you may either soak in the view or continue climbing to the N Seoul Tower Observatory and enjoy the spectacular Seoul. The Gyeongbokgung Palace from the Joseon Dynasty is a must-visit while you are in Seoul. It is a stunning structure that represents traditional South Korean architecture at its best. Thousands of intellectuals, bureaucrats, and warriors used to live in the palace. Thousands of tourists now visit to explore the grounds, museums, and gardens. Keep an eye out for the Royal Guard changing service, which takes place every hour from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. from Wednesday to Monday. The city also offers incredible shopping places like Dongdaemun Market or the traditional Namdaemun Market. There is something for every visitor. Next up on our list is Singapore, often known as the Lion City of Southeast Asia, is a must-see destination for adventurers, urban explorers, and foodies alike. Go island hopping to Pulo Ubin or Sentosa, or check out Changi Village street cuisine and Tiong Bahru's paintings. Singapore has been termed a playground for the rich, and it's true that the little city-state does radiate luxury. But Singapore has more to offer than high-end shopping malls, luxurious hotels, and exquisite dining, though you should indulge a little if you can. There's also a strong history and a varied ethnic section to explore, as well as several family-friendly activities and gorgeous public areas, making this slightly futuristic city enjoyable to visit. Singapore's public transit system is outstanding, making touring convenient and easy. You'll have no trouble zipping from one side of town to the other after you've mastered the metro map. English is widely spoken in Singapore. The luxurious Marina Bay Sands resort complex comprises a high-end luxury hotel, a shopping center with a canal, the Art Science Museum, and the Marina Bay Sands Sky Park observation deck, a vantage point for viewing the whole city. The Sky Park's observation deck and infinity pool are located in the hotel's ship. Yes, ship. The infinity pool is only open to hotel guests, however, anybody may access the observation deck. You won't be able to stay away after you've seen the wonderfully constructed green space called Gardens by the Bay. Wander around the Bay East Garden, which is ideal for enjoying the colorful plant life and getting away from the hustle and bustle of the city for a while. The Singapore Zoo, which bills itself as the world's greatest rainforest zoo, is a fairly remarkable location. With plenty of lush greenery and habitat area, the facility is clean and attractive. There's also the Night Safari, River Safari, and Jurong Bird Park. Next up on our list is Istanbul. With over 2,500 years of history, culture, and traditions, incredible sights, thriving nightlife, and stunning vistas. This intercontinental metropolis is a fast-paced cultural melting pot that you just cannot miss. Istanbul is, as the cliché goes, where East meets West or vice versa. This city is a genuine melting pot because of its unique location, history, and residents from all ethnic backgrounds. In Istanbul, century-old structures coexist with contemporary skyscrapers. Mosques, churches can be found in the same neighborhood. Liberal and conservative Muslims coexist harmoniously alongside individuals of a dozen other religions or beliefs. They do, however, share one trait: the world-famous Turkish hospitality. Despite the city's antiquity, many remnants of Istanbul's wealthy past have been preserved. The metropolis' cultural legacy is tremendous. Hagia Sophia, Topkapi Palace, Blue Mosque, Dolmabahce Palace are just a few of the famous monuments. Then there are places like the Süleymaniye Mosque, Basilica Cistern, Galata Tower, and other Byzantine churches, which are less well-known but no less gorgeous. The century-old mingling of cultures has a significant influence on the cuisine landscape. In Istanbul, you may sample a variety of foods, ranging from historic Ottoman cuisine to traditional Turkish cuisine, complete with delectable mezes and meat or fish dishes, to modern Western cuisine. If you still have room in your stomach, sample one of the various Turkish sweets. Please don't ask me where the nearest McDonald's is. Have a little fun. Did you say something about drinks? Sure, you may order raki, Turkey's national anise drink, a fine Turkish wine, or a variety of freshly squeezed juices. Many of Istanbul's greatest nightlife clubs are located along the Bosphorus, thanks to the city's unique geographical location. The nightlife is active, with a wide range of options to suit everyone's preferences. If partying all night isn't your thing and you'd rather relax on a cafe patio, you'll find plenty of alternatives there as well. Istanbul has a plethora of shops. A visit to one of the city's many contemporary retail complexes may take you from opulent to mainstream. You may also look in less touristy areas of town for genuine, handcrafted products by local designers and craftsmen. If you enjoy haggling, the Grand Bazaar is, without a doubt, shopping nirvana on earth. Don't forget to stock up on unusual spices, olives, and the wide variety of nuts on offer. Next up is Thailand's capital city, Bangkok. Bangkok's street cuisine is well known. You will not be disappointed with the diversity, tastes, or taste of venues like Patpong Night Market or Damnon Saduak Floating Market. Every dish in Thai cuisine contains 5 distinct flavors: spicy, salty, sweet, sour, and bitter. Thai rice noodles, papaya salad, skewers of marinated and grilled meat, and a variety of Thai sweets are among the greatest street food items. In Bangkok, there are several retail marketplaces to attend. There are open-air markets, high-end retail plazas, and authentic floating marketplaces to select from. You'll observe merchants rowing their little wooden boats around the water if you go to one of the floating marketplaces. These boats will be brimming with whatever they're offering. The nightlife in Bangkok is one of the most exciting things to experience, and you'll find all varieties of night markets along the Chao Phraya River. Bangkok's rivers are much more than just floating marketplaces. The waterways are also vital for getting around the city. Boat taxis and high-speed excursions may take you around and show you some of the city's highlights from a new perspective. Your mode of transportation on the dry ground must be a tuk-tuk, a 3-wheeled taxi. They have an odd appearance. They are, in reality, strange. However, riding in one is an unforgettable experience. Just keep your valuables safe. Sipping in and out of congested traffic is a nerve-wracking sensation. Next up on our list is Paris, France's capital, which is one of Europe's most visited cities, with a population of over 2 million people. Almost every traveler's bucket list includes a visit to Paris. It is recognized as the world's most romantic city, and it is home to some of the world's most iconic attractions, which are frequently included in travel publications, films, and other works of art. Paris is a diversified and sophisticated city that attracts to both the rich and the budget-conscious. Aside from the Eiffel Tower, Paris boasts a plethora of other beautiful structures and monuments to complement the broad boulevards and lovely cafes. French food is extremely well known across the world, and some of the greatest can be found in Paris. There is world-class shopping and a thriving fashion industry, as well as several museums and art galleries to visit. There are many fascinating day trips just outside of Paris that will give you a deeper understanding of French culture. The Louvre Museum is the world's largest art museum. Even visitors who aren't interested in art visit to gaze at the enormous building's remarkable design and pose with the pyramids. There is one enormous pyramid and three lesser pyramids, the largest of which serves as the museum's main entrance, and all four are made of glass and metal. Tourists prefer to pose with the renowned pyramids and on the concrete blocks around the Louvre courtyard. Notre Dame Cathedral, an ancient Gothic cathedral that has become an icon of Paris and has even been the setting for a Disney film, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. The cathedral's construction began in 1160, although it has had its ups and downs throughout its history. It now stands tall and gorgeous, attracting anybody who appreciates great architecture and photo possibilities. Next city on our list does not need an introduction. New York is not just the world's most recognized city, but also, possibly, the greatest for tourists, due to its diversified culture and wide range of entertainment possibilities. In a city that never sleeps, there is never a dull day. New York City provides tourists with limitless opportunities, a wide range of experiences, and a high level of excitement. The city has traditionally been the best in the world when it comes to fine cuisine, cultural activities, and shopping. It's a great city for tourists, but it may be daunting at times. You may think you're familiar with huge cities, but unless you've visited New York, you've never seen a genuinely massive city. There are bigger cities across the world, but none have the same combination of sheer size and verticality as New York. The skyscraper district on Manhattan Island in New York City stretches across miles and extends into adjacent Jersey City and Brooklyn. Coming into touchdown at JFK Airport and seeing the city for the first time is an unforgettable experience. If you haven't previously done so, you must do the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island tour. It's incredible. New York was created by people who came from all over the world. You'll discover a combination of traditional European and Asian food here, all of which is prepared to a high quality. If you visit any large city, you'll notice that people walk faster, talk more, and look to be always in a rush. In New York, though, there is a distinct level of energy. The city never sleeps, and people go about their daily lives at all hours of the day and night. The mix of road noise, sirens, and vibrating subway carriages gives you the impression that you've been transported to another universe. The city's economic activity is surprisingly brisk. New York is not just a contemporary metropolis, but also a historical landmark. The 2001 terrorist assaults on the World Trade Center took place here. The very existence of Central Park is a miracle in and of itself. The park, which covers a large portion of Manhattan's island, is worth billions of dollars in valuable real estate. Despite this, the city has refused to allow any growth within its boundaries. Exclusive apartments and hotels overlook Central Park, which is an iconic aspect of New York's environment. Central Park is home to a zoo, as well as sculptures, fountains, and lakes.
Coming in at number 2, London, which has been refined into a truly magnificent city during its 2,000-year history. Whether you're searching for art or architecture, gastronomy or football, London is known for its art, architecture, gastronomy, and fashion, some of which it excels at more than any other city on the planet. The British Library is the world's biggest national library, with about 150 million catalogued objects, some of which date back to 2000 BC. It houses 15th-century volumes of Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, as well as original Beatles song sheets and Lord Nelson's note written 2 days before the Battle of Trafalgar. It also gets a copy of every book published in the United Kingdom and Ireland. The West End of London has a classic and modern output to rival any other big metropolis, but being the country that gave the world William Shakespeare, perhaps you should travel farther south and visit the Globe. Shakespeare's Globe is a meticulously reproduced replica of the old Elizabethan theatre, including talks, tours, and exhibitions to complement its conventional shows. Although the Royal Shakespeare Company is situated in Stratford-upon-Avon, the playwright's hometown, it has always had a strong presence in London, with shows taking place all across the city. It's simple to make fun of British pub culture. However, if you get it right, it's fantastic. Few things can compare to finding a tiny nook of a fine pub, getting a round in, and partaking in the deliciously British tradition of buying a packet of crisps to unwrap and share in the centre of the table. Visit the George in London Bridge, the Old Blythe Tavern in Catford, or the Grade Room and 2 listed Spaniards Inn in Hampstead for great British food in the same pub where Shakespeare drank. Given London's history, it's quite simple to spot beautiful architecture all across the city. London's Baroque architecture may be observed in Christ Church, opposite Spitalfields Market, and Greenwich's enormous Royal Naval College, while Gothic revival can be seen at St Pancras Railway Station and 33-35 Eastcheap, R.L. Rameau's Vinegar Warehouse, now home to Black Sheep Coffee. Those seeking brutalism should visit the Barbican, which hosts the London Symphony Orchestra and a variety of exhibits and theatrical events, or the South Bank Centre, which houses Robert Matthews Royal Festival Hall and the Hayward Gallery, which was recently renovated. Dubai, as many of you may have guessed, is the list's winner. It is without a doubt one of the world's most distinctive cities. This city is a traveller's dream for those with an incurable case of wanderlust. Historic sites, contemporary architecture, vibrant nightlife, and out-of-this-world attractions can all be found in Dubai. Dubai was nothing but sand before the skyscrapers and high-end autos. Despite the fact that the city has come a long way from the days of Bedouin settlements, the desert remains a sight to see. Take a desert safari in Dubai and do dune bashing, see belly dance, and ride camels. Cities such as New York and London are recognized for their cultural variety, but Dubai takes it to new heights. Expats make up about 85% of Dubai's population. This results in a degree of cultural contact, unlike elsewhere. Dubai is one of the best ethnographic experiences you can have since it allows people to explore the whole world from one location. Dubai's architecture is well known all over the world. It's hard to realize that the city didn't have a single structure merely 4 decades ago. The Dubai skyline is now dotted with one-of-a-kind buildings constructed by some of the world's top architects. A trip along Sheikh Zayed Road, one of the UAE principal thoroughfares, will leave anyone speechless. Buildings exist in a variety of forms, sizes, and designs. Dubai does everything in flair, even the metro stations, which are architectural marvels. Dubai has a number of interesting artificial islands for visitors seeking an island vacation. The Palm Jumeirah has been around for over a decade and includes beaches, hotels, and restaurants, although the majority are currently under construction. This island is built like a gigantic palm tree growing into the water, inspired by Dubai's typical tree. Taking a helicopter trip and seeing the Palm Jumeirah from above is much better than seeing it. The Burj Khalifa is the world's tallest building, and climbing to the top is an unforgettable experience. The entire city of Dubai can be viewed from up there, from the beach to the desert. The structure stands over 800 meters tall with 163 levels. The Burj Khalifa has a number of hotels and restaurants, and it's a great spot to watch the sunset. For partygoers, this city is known for its nightclubs and bars, which are open every night of the week. White Dubai, Blue Marnan, and Cirque du Soir are just a few of the well-known names in this city's nightlife. Bars are open every night of the week and come in a variety of themes and styles. Given Dubai's temperature and topography, it's difficult to see it having any vegetation. The artificial gardens, on the other hand, will astound everyone. Driving around Dubai in the winter, when flowers bloom, will allow visitors to enjoy beautiful and spectacular gardens in the heart of the city. Dubai Miracle Garden is a must-see for nature lovers, with sculptures constructed entirely of flowers that resemble castles, aircraft, and even the Burj Khalifa. The spectacular gold souk in Dubai is well known, with hundreds of jewelry stores offering gold, silver, and precious stones. Take a look at the world's biggest gold ring, which weighs about 64 kg. The gold souk is located in ancient Dubai, and it stands in stark contrast to the city's modern areas. The conventional market appears to be straightforward until one begins window browsing and discovers some of the most incredible jewelry creations. What's the most impressive aspect? There are no security personnel in any of the businesses to secure the expensive jewelry. The gold souk is quite safe in Dubai, and theft is seldom a problem.
Thank you for watching this video. If you like the content and want to see more contents like this, please like the video and subscribe to my channel.